Some audio that you have, and where did you get this from?
These are EVP's electronic voice phenomenon, and the one I believe we were listening to is a clip from a very famous cemetery in New York. It's from a buddy of mine, Tim Fast, and I can definitely guarantee that all the clips that we might be playing are definitely genuine. So,
well, let's take a listen to this.
Okay.
All right. Now, you know what? I
Devil?
think we should probably do that one more time.
Devil?
All right.
Hear it again.
All right. Let's see if we can get this again.
What is he saying?
Well, we try to start, have people listen to it themselves and then, have them discern that. But we believe that it says the devil sent me, which is creepy, and not saying everything's evil, but that definitely freaked us out. So.
Now, how do we know that isn't someone pretending?
Well, definitely this is coming from a reliable source. I trust him, and he's given us a lot of amazing evidence, And basically, he doesn't have any motives to lie about this stuff, too. This is just like a hobby and passion of his, as it is ours. And basically, we go through it and we listen to background noise. And during that same time, we'll have, a videotape recording also going on. So you can match it up and see if anyone was talking during that, So say it was one of our members saying something, we would be able to verify that with the other videotape. But yeah, definitely no one was talking during this that we know of. And usually it's because we can't hear them on our, frequency. Kind of like with, like elephants or dogs and stuff like that. They can hear things that we can't. And so with this, you can hear it after recording it, and when you play it back, you start to hear things that I think are quite interesting.
Samantha Harris with the Michigan Paranormal Research Association. Let's hear that one more time. The devil sent me. The devil sent me.
Yes.
I could do it.
Yeah.
This is kind of eerie.
I would say so. Usually we don't get anything like that, and usually they're not like threatening. A lot of spirits actually are requesting help in a way, like they don't know how to move on, So we try to offer that too, I guess. So help for the living and the dead, I would say.
From what I've heard, Samantha, the ones that don't move on, there's something that is keeping them. Like maybe they died a tragic death very, very quickly. I've read, I don't know if there's any truth to it, that field in Pennsylvania in Shanksville, there is a lot of spirits there.
Yep,
they haven't moved on.
Yeah, traumatic events, like say example for 9/11 or Gettysburg. There's several reasons why people believe that ghosts are here, and one of them is that they had a very traumatic death. Say like a very brutal homicide. It's such a shocking transition from leaving their body in a way that they don't really know what happened to them. Another reason why people believe that ghosts are here is that they have unfinished business. So say like you wanted to watch over a family member. What they don't really realize is that they could cross over and come back and visit, theoretically is what we believe. But and then the other reason is maybe they're afraid to cross over because maybe some bad things that they did, and maybe I guess worried about religious issues and sinning and whatnot. So.
The movie Ghost kind of really touched on a lot of that, the Patrick Swayze movie.
Yeah, I remember when I was little, I was freaked out by that scene where like the shadow people came.
Yeah.
And swallowed up that
We
guy.
all were freaked out by that.
Yep.
But the best part of that movie was when he explained to her the love, how the love continues, and how beautiful it was that he wanted to go there, even though he had this love for her. That was just such a poignant moment.
Yeah, I definitely think the paranormal, it's not to like scare us. I think it's actually comforting to know that, our loved ones are on the other side waiting for us. A lot of people that have had near-death experiences or even died and came back said, the whole light tunnel thing, and they actually saw loved ones waiting for them on the other side. So I think that's comforting.
When you speak, you're very matter-of-fact about this. You're not some ghoulish kind of person trying to perpetuate. Yeah, exactly. And a beautiful blonde young woman. She's a senior over at Michigan State University, graduate of Dexter High School. You graduated when?
2006.
2006. What do your teachers say? Do you ever go back and talk to them about what you're doing?
Yeah, actually, one of my favorite teachers was my art teacher and a newspaper, Rod Satherwaite and Miss Autumn Campbell. They were great teachers and definitely had a good influence on us. So
let's go through some of these haunted places on this Halloween Saturday. With the Michigan Paranormal Research Association's, this is just amazing to see. In Ann Arbor, old white house off the corner of Ann and South Division. Yeah,
my mom did some interior designing work and stuff like that with wallpapering. And
you must be talking about the George War Saladay house.
It could be. It's really,
the big white with the columns down there.
Yes, I believe it is. So, yeah, because my mom would always point it out. Excuse me.
It's quite a right.
So when she used to work with wallpaper and stuff, she was working on that house with her friend of hers, and they would hear random movement going on upstairs in the attic, and so They opened up the door to the attic, and it was like this huge gust of cold air and just chilled them to the bone, basically.
Do you know, I think that's the location, too, where Mr. Saladay used to keep, he had thousands of Civil War miniature soldiers up there.
That's interesting.
And I know that collection went on after he passed away somewhere else, but,
Yeah.
you know, it just...
Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting. Like, same with like antiques. Sometimes people, stay, as spirits, I guess, or ghosts here because they're attached to a certain object in a way too. So sometimes with antiques, people have experienced bringing a spirit home with them, I guess.
In your hometown of Dexter, several haunted farmhouses. The famous one is the Donovan House in Warlock Willie's.
Yes. Warlock Willie's is basically located off of Huron River Drive by, I believe it's Zeep. And a lot of students, in high school and middle school are like, oh, let's go get scared, and we'll go check it out. I actually stopped by the police station and asked them like where it was located, and they're like, oh, we'll take you out there. But I had to have 3 officers escort me, and they brought their guns and what. Yeah, so I wonder who was more scared in that situation.
Well, what is it about those locations?
It's believed that it's a warlock's grave, but there is I thought it was an oak tree, but some believe it's, it's a parasite growing on it. But it's a tree that seems to be growing abnormal thorns and red sap, which is kind of creepy. So it looks like blood, of course, we assume. And there's a tombstone that's grown into the tree beneath it, and you can barely see it, but a lot of people are digging up and trying to get into the grave, and a lot of people disrespect and kind of desecrate the place, which is a shame. But so Halloween, Devil's Night, they'll go out there and try to summon a spirit and wait for it. Supposedly it'll walk up to you and sink through you, kind of thing, into the ground. So
creepy stuff, and you can check it all out online at MichiganPRA.com. The Michigan Paranormal Research Association, and Samantha Harris. Been fun talking with you today.
Thank you guys for having me.
What are you going to be?
Lucy Ann Lentz Show on Saturday, Halloween, our special Halloween edition here. Really like Samantha. She's not a wild-eyed nut. She's just, like some people are really into it. And they're just kind of different. She's just your everyday college student. And
you really need to check it out on the website, too, at MichiganPRA.org, because it's just, they've listed all the places they've gone, the kinds of things that they've done to search for ghosts and goblins and ghouls and exorcise them from homes, and they treat it very seriously. Senior at Michigan State University. She actually started out over at Central and then ended up taking some classes at Washtenaw, switching back to Michigan State. She has a heavy concentration previously in psychology, but is now a communication student there.
This is very good music, actually, to exercise a ghoul. Okay, now.
Is that different than
touch your toes? Jumping jacks. Come on, ghouls. Let's do it with